Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Toilet here, and I have an update on the Destroyer 2009 situation regarding Imperial Hal and Jen Burton. I have personally taken the time out of my day to contact Destroyer 2009, and you guys are probably like, oh, it's just a fake account. No, this is really Destroyer 2009. A few other people, like It's Parsnip and Hambino, I believe, have posted this account. I did get added back, and I did ask him a few questions. Right now, I'll post some screenshots up on the stream that are uncropped regarding those screenshots. So, in one of them, I did ask if it was okay for people to log on to Apex, as that is the main issue. People are scared to get hacked. They're scared to have an RCE attack on them, which is so far not really the case regarding what happened at regional finals. As someone, I forgot what his name is, but I'll throw it up right here on the screen. Debunked that it's mainly a RC attack and it seems more so of a compromised system or a server-side attack. But going back to what I was saying, I had asked them, is it okay for the people to log on to Apex and play? And are there other people that you know of doing this? Only asking because there's so many rumors being thrown around that there's a lot of people saying doing it and it's currently not safe to play. He says that it has always been safe. I asked him, really? And he says no one else is really cheating on other people's accounts and it's always been safe to play ever since regionals. With this current information, it seems like it was just a planned out attack to the pros. It doesn't really seem like it's a major concern to the general player base of Apex Legends, and it, like I said, seems like a targeted attack to the pros. The reason given, he said he just likes doing it for fun. As I had stated, some people do it because they hate the dev team, maybe they hate the players, or they're just doing it for fun. Again, his reasoning was saying that he's just doing it for fun. Regarding Hal and Jen Burton scanned his PC, did not find a rogue IP, but Imperial Hal did. He spoke to the guy that I put his name up on screen. They were breaking down all the different possibilities where it could be Hal system, the attack system, aka Destroyer's main PC, and a junk box, I believe is what they called it. And it was hopping from the main PC to the junk box, and the junk box was actually carrying out the attack as using it for the payload to hack Hal or whatever he did.
So how was there a chance that his IP somehow just showed up on my screen?
So what that is Malwarebytes detected that there was an inbound connection from another IP address, from a server. This guy it's not his actual IP. It's likely what is called a jump box, which is if you look on, can you see my stream right now?
Let me pull it up.
Sure.
Yep, I see it.
So if this is your machine, we would expect the attacker's machine to directly interface with you, but that's not how this works. They generally have what's called a jump box in between, which is either another machine that has been compromised or a machine that they are renting in some way, usually using cryptocurrency in some way like that. Then the attacker has their machine out here. The attacker then connects to the jump box in some way, usually over a public line so that they don't trace it back to their home address at their home ISP. If they're not a dumbass, if they are a dumbass, then they use their home ISP and it becomes trivial to catch them once you start digging enough. Once the bloodhound is on your case, it just, it starts to unravel. So that jump box that we can go and look at that is actually a DigitalOcean ASN. Let's go see who owns that machine, because that machine is connecting to your machine over port 135, and we have the IP address for that. Port 135 is Windows RPC, and it looks like it's been flagged by a number of security vendors. I'd like to know what that IP address is and who owns that. That's the big question right now. Who owns this? Let's go see. This is the kind of stuff that I do when we're doing like any type of investigation, by the way. Mm-hmm. It's my assumption it's a jump box. We got to find out.
About to crack the case on stream.
Yeah, it's fun. I love doing this stuff, man. Writing and peering policy can be found at... What is this? What is this weird service? Some weird stuff in here, dude. Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff that I love looking up, because you're like, who is this? What is this? IP2 location. It looks like it's actually in the United States. Provider is TunnelBear. Domain is digitalocean.com. Server for rent. Yeah, server for rent. 100%. Normal stuff. So likely this is a rented server from a dude that's using this for attacks. There's your attacker. There's his jump box. We have his jump box. So what they could do at this point is, now that we know the IP address that connected to your machine, they can now take that, go to DigitalOcean and say, hey, we have a box that connected to this player's machine at the time of this event, is a known attack one that shows up on VirusTotal. who's paying for that box? You got your man. That's an option now. That wasn't an option at the beginning of this call, and now that's an option.
Yeah.
That's how this stuff happens. You got lucky.
Yeah, and that was his mistake.
That's his mistake. Sure.
Yeah.
All of this stuff, a lot of people don't realize is the attacks between offense and defense in scenarios like this, 100% of those are going to be a clever developer versus a clever developer. And it's basically like a standoff of who's going to screw up first. Because someone's going to make a mistake. But the problem for the attacker side is they basically, in this case, he has to be perfect every time because he's actively attacking and he has to obfuscate who he is. If he makes any mistake, like here, at any time, it can unravel the whole thing. So,
yeah, for sure.
Can you track his machine from the jump box? Depends. So, like, next steps that happen from there, right, is you've got trying to find out who owns the box, trying to find out who pays for the box. Is the box actually compromised? If he is accessing that box remotely, where is he accessing it from? Does that actually lead back to his home? Does that lead back to a country that has extradition rights to the United States? If it has extradition rights to the United States, do you extradite him? Can you? What is the age of the person? Is he under 18? Right? There's so many variables that spin out of that. But really what it comes down to is who owns that box? Why is that box connecting to this dude's machine? That's a lot of questions, right? So there had to be some way for him to direct what was going on in your machine. This was likely the way that he directed what was going on in your machine. Not through the game client, through this connection over port 135 from a known attack server. That is infinitely more likely. Because you have to puppeteer the machine. It's not just going to do it on its own. You puppeteer it from range. And he's puppeteering probably over that connection, if that makes sense.
So this clarifies more so that Apex is not like in danger. It's just more so like he just got access to my PC.
I don't see evidence of Apex having RCE. It does not mean that it's impossible, but I still don't see evidence, while I do see evidence of him having direct access to your machine, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is still technically possible that Apex has RCE. I don't see evidence of it. I do see evidence of this. This is now provable with this.
Now, regarding Destroyer 2009 and my contact with him, I have a few more questions for him. I have reached out to Jay Miles about this, and I am still planning to raise awareness to this, as many Apex Legends players don't know that it's safe to log on and play. And a lot of people have uninstalled the game and going as so far as maybe deleting their accounts from what I've heard. So, again guys, this was just a quick update. I will get more questions, more answers for a lot of you. And I just want to say thank you for all the support you guys were showing on my last video regarding this topic. Really do appreciate it. And this is it for now. Twilight, I'll see you guys later.